Well, good Wednesday morning to you, man. You can tell by my eyes I'm tired. I don't even know what day of the week it is, but uh, it's time for that video that everybody's been waiting for. So, I'm not going to drag this out. I'm not going to make it a long time, but I know that a lot of people, including myself, have lost a lot of sleep over this. It's introduced a lot of stress in people's lives. And so I'm going to go ahead and just spill the beans. But before I do, you guys, please give me a thumbs up. Share this video on your social media platforms. Look down in the description for a lot of other great information about how to help the channel, how to apply it Swift, things like that. Also want to say one last time that Swift is a great place to work. You guys should really look at the information below. If you're not here already, contact them. If this kind of thing, what's been going on with the dash cams and everything spooked you, then be glad you didn't quit. If you did quit, try to come back as quickly as possible. It's all going to be okay. I found the perfect solution for everybody's situation. So enough said. Here we go.
This is why I do this, why I'm out here, why I keep that hammer down. Flying by these road signs with home on my mind, with these wheels turning round. For my family and for my kids, for this life I wanna live. And this is why I do this.
Alrighty, we're back. Let's jump into today's video. So, let's recap a little bit for those that's just joining us. So here's how it went down. I found out through the company that the insurance of Swift was making some changes. And the guy that told me thought he was supposed to be telling me. And so I released that information, thinking that I had the full support and backing of Swift. Come to find out, they had not been ready for that information to be released yet. And so it led to a lot of hard feelings, things like that. I don't think either side was wrong here. I don't think Swift was wrong for wanting to keep it under the vest or close to the chest until they had a little more information. And I don't think I was wrong for reporting it when I thought I had their permission. So they're still trying to scramble, still trying to get information. But a few things we know for sure. We've already received an email from the insurance company. Dash cams are coming. And I expressed some real concerns, and we're going to talk about those. And then I'm going to tell you what I think is a solution that I think will work for everybody, including Swift. And so let's jump into that. Now, some of you guys said you thought I was doing this for clicks or to make YouTube money, and I intend to prove to you in this video that that was not the case. The two suggestions I'm going to make to you in this video don't benefit me at all financially if you select them. Now, I am going to suggest you use my name when you call or inquire on these things, just because I want you to get similar equipment to what I've got, or similar things to, let's call them products to what I've got. But it is a two-part solution, so this isn't one of those videos that you can watch the first 2 minutes and click off. You really need to stay the whole way through, and I think in the end you're going to be glad you did. I'm so excited, I can't stand it, but I've tried to contain myself for this reason. Now, some of you said that I did it for ego, that I've got too big for my britches. I say that. One person said that, and he was put up to it by another guy. I've got too big for my britches, that I think my poop don't stink, and I'm just full of myself, that I'm not near as great as I think I am. And to that I would say that was never something that was brought into the consideration. I just wanted to help you guys out. I know some of you don't make as much as others of you, and some of this is a struggle. I know some of you have lost sleep over this. I know it's definitely been stressful for everybody, myself included. It's divided some of us between if we like dash cams, if we don't like dash cams, what we think the company's responsibility should be in all of this. And so it's really, several of you have threatened to quit, and I just hope you hadn't, because I really have got a solution that'll work for everybody. Now, I mentioned principles. For me, it was real important to stay true to my principles. I know some of you thought that was ridiculous because you don't have any principles. That's okay too. But I wanted something that respected my privacy. I wanted something that I had control of the video footage. And I wanted something that was compliant with Swift. You guys know I love it here. I sing their praises every video. I've been called Mr. Swift. I've been called every name you can think of. The Swift cheerleader, all of that stuff. And I think this past 7 to 10 days worth of videos have proved that I'm not a cheerleader. I'm more of an umpire. I call it like I see it. So see if when we get down to the solution, if I kept true to my principles. All right. The other thing, as I just mentioned, privacy. And we'll talk more about that later. And lastly, I wanted something affordable so that maybe if you're not making the kind of money you'd like to be making, or maybe if you're new here and you're not starting with a lot, that you can still be successful and that this isn't going to cripple you or your business. So here's what we did. Now remember, it's a two-part solution. So listen to the first part, listen to the second part, and then leave me an email or a comment below and tell me what you think and if this is something that might work for you. I called several insurance companies, as I mentioned in several previous videos. Some of them were as high as 10 to 15,000 down, and because of that, those weren't going to work. Now I called OIDA on Friday, and it took them a few days to get back to me, but I finally got a hold of a lady named Linda Young, and I'm telling you her name for a reason. You guys write this down. She's great. She helped me a lot. Tell her you want what Trucker Todd got. Again, I'm not receiving any commission off of this. Principles are more important than money to me. But I want you to get a good coverage that has all the bells and whistles mine does. And you can ask her, is Trucker Todd getting a commission off of this? Suggest it to him. I wish I was. But anyway, call OIDA. They actually had a policy that is compliant with what Swift requires. This is bobtail and the truck part, the comp collision, whatever you want to call it, for $582.77 a month, which is actually about $50 a month cheaper than what I'm currently doing with Swift. Now the down payment on that was $627.77, and that included me renewing my my OIDA membership. It actually goes out in December, but starting next week, they're doing that Truckers for Troops thing, and they're offering a discount on their membership. So if you're not an OIDA member, it might be time to get one for these insurance savings. Now, I did it with $1,000 deductible, and it also has a glass coverage on there. If any of the glass gets broken or whatever, sorry, sweating because I'm not running the truck here. It's a $100 deductible for the first time, $200 deductible for the second time, and it renews every year. So you could go through 2 windshields a year and it'd cost you $300 a year. As you know, some of these windshields can be very expensive. I'm certain the one in this Freightliner is, because it has the rain sensing wiper sensor built into it. It has the auto dimming headlights built into it. And so I'm sure that windshield's pricey. Having to only pay $100 for the first one is a great deal. If you go through more than one a year, you're probably tailgating and probably need to look at backing off. Now, I'm going to go on to the second solution, but what I want to say about this also on insurance is you guys, for things like this to work, I need you guys to be just really careful on the road. Be as safe as you can be. Insurances work off of a pool, which is a group, a collective group, and they assign that collective group a risk factor, and that's how they determine rates. And so if you're a safe, courteous driver, then please get on this insurance, because we're all going to benefit. We're all going to have cheaper rates. If you're a dirtbag that speeds through parking lots and construction zones and school zones, and you run into everything you see, don't apply for this insurance. Don't make it rough on the rest of us because you're not a safe and courteous driver. Now, part B to this. Well, I said I was going to try to get a camera. And the thing I said was I wanted to be in control of the video footage, and I didn't want any inward-facing cameras in the unit, even if they were turned off. So, of the 4 units that Swift said these are okay, there was only one that met that criteria. Now, Samsara has one unit that does have an inward-facing camera. For those of you that might want that, well, Todd, why in the world would I want that? Well, let's say that you're a trainer and you've got a student. You might want to watch your trainee while you're in the bunk, or watch the road while they're driving. It does have live streaming capabilities, which, if you'll remember, I was against that, but I said it really depends on who controls the video footage. Now, on this camera, since I would have my own insurance, I would control the video footage. Swift would never see it unless I showed it to them. And I forgot to mention, my $1,000 deductible on that insurance gets cut in half if I can provide the claims department video footage in the event of an accident. So nobody sees nothing except me unless there's an accident, and then it's optional to me, depending on if I want to pay the $1,000 deductible or the half price deductible. Also, they do make covers for the camera if you're going into a secure military base or something that doesn't allow recording. You can cover that camera up. The inward facing one, for those that I was concerned about being recorded while you're sleeping or something, it does have an inward facing cover that you can buy at additional charge. Now, thing to remember about that, I know some of you are thinking, well, what about tampering, Todd? You said tampering. This is your device, A, so you're not tampering, and B, you're using equipment that you, accessories that you can buy for that camera, so you're not tampering, you're just using available accessories. So I'm real excited about this camera. I'm going to do videos, tell you how it does, things like that. Other things about this camera, it was a little pricey. You have to buy 3 years worth of service when you get it. So it was about $1,600. I bought some optional things. I bought a couple extra windshield holders, so if I did have to replace a windshield or something, I've got some of those in stock. Also bought a panic button that'll go on the dash. They tell me I can install this camera in about 15 minutes, and so I'm going to do that. So for those of you that money's kind of tight right now, you could do that insurance for a little over $600, cheaper than what you could even get the Swift cameras for. And obviously your rates will vary based on your driving record and your truck. Your truck, unless it's newer than mine, is probably cheaper than mine. So I would suspect that your insurance rates are also going to be cheaper than mine. But I would just encourage all of y'all to call Linda Young and check on that. Again, I don't get a commission off of that, but if you want to tell her Trucker Todd so that you can get the same policy I got, then that's great. Samsara, I'll be honest, the worst part about them is the ordering process. There's not a phone number you can call and talk to a live person. You can email them and they get back to you usually within 24 hours, but it is kind of a grind to get information out of them. The customer service, I would rate it equivalent to about a cell phone company, and you guys know what I think about those. But anyway, I hope this helps you guys. I know y'all are going to have a ton of questions. Leave me a comment below. Shoot me an email with your questions, with your comments, things like that. And let's do the most important thing of all, the thing I've been asking for since the beginning. Let's have open communication. Let's share our experiences, and let's look for solutions instead of tearing each other down. Until next time, you guys have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.